Hi, everybody. Good morning. Today is Friday, April 24th, 2020. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of Clubhouse hosting and how I came to work on it. Um, so, I have been a big proponent of everyone working on a side project. And over the last couple of years, I've started and stopped a couple different side projects. And I was very disappointed with myself in that I didn't bring those projects to fruition. And so I was brainstorming a bunch of ideas and a little bit about my history. So I am a big um, proponent of meetups as well. I've helped run the Philly Cocoa Heads here in Philly for a long time. And then when I gave that up, a year later, I started up another meetup for my interest in Elixir. And so I've been running that for about a year at this point. And I think meetups are great. I think they're a great opportunity to meet new people and learn about new things. And another piece of history is that many years ago, I was part of a startup that built conferencing software. And so I have a lot of opinions and about how event software should work. And so with that background, one of the ideas that I came up with was to create something better than Meetup.com. And this was at the point where, so we had been using Meetup for Philly Cocoa Heads for a while. We didn't use it when we first started. We were just promoting the meeting and just general word of mouth. And then we decided to join Meetup.com, and this was like way back, probably, I would say 2015 or so. um, and we did it primarily as a point of exposure, and that is the one thing that I think that Meetup does very well, is that it gets your Meetup in front of a lot of eyes. And through Meetup, we definitely had people join the group who were very friendly and productive and worked out really well. And then we had other people who came to the group who were a little disruptive and didn't really belong there. But Meetup itself was always kind of like, it was so. Like it did its job, but it wasn't terribly exciting. And then when Meetup was purchased by WeWork, that's when I started to really get concerned because I wasn't really a fan of WeWork, and everything they were doing to the platform I thought was just a bad idea. So I was interested in having an alternative, and like the other alternative out there would be Facebook events, which has its whole other another bag of issues. So with all that background, I decided to start working on Clubhouse. And so I've been working on it for about a year. It's been a side project, so it hasn't been a thing where I've been able to dedicate tons of time to it. There have been a couple of weeks here and there where I didn't have a consulting gig, and so I'd be able to put extra time into it. The other real thing is it is a project that is geared way more towards web technology than iOS. So I do a lot of consulting building iOS applications, but I'm very much interested in web development and Elixir. And so having the ability to kind of experiment with that is really good because I get enough iOS stuff, at my day job. And so I've really used Clubhouse as a way to experiment with technologies. We're using Elixir, we're using Phoenix, we're using Absinthe to produce a GraphQL API, which we really haven't talked about. I haven't talked about publicly, but it's there. It's not finished, but it's the start of it is there. And so, yeah, I mean, it's been really exciting. And so I'm really excited to get the public alpha out. It went out on Tuesday, and I've been able to do some usability testing. I have another usability test scheduled for later today, and that's been really informative. That's definitely opened my eyes to a lot of issues, a lot of bigger questions to think about, and I'm excited for it. Now, now, just to talk about the topic of the day, which is basically, COVID and the whole lockdown situation. It sucks because I mean, not for all the obvious reasons that it sucks, but I mean the fact that I'm building some software that helps enable person, face-to-face meetings is a problem because that's probably not going to come back. I mean, at least initially, it's going to take a while. I suspect even when things start to open up, I mean, people will go to their job, but they're not gonna, go to these, after hours, meetings for, social events. Um, so that's definitely one thing I need to take into account and to kind of pivot the feature set of Clubhouse to more accurately host online events. Um, and we'll see. I mean, the thing of it is I'm definitely treating this like a long-term project. I think it's great. I think it's a great sign that we got the public alpha out and that people are starting to test it. And I just need to continue to build on that. It's one of those things where it's not going to be an overnight success by any means. It's going to take a lot of really hard work to um, to get to that market fit point, and then start to market it and do the whole marketing angle, which we'll talk about here on the microcast. So hopefully that was informative for you guys. Gives a little bit of insight into what I've been doing, and yeah, and we'll continue doing these microcasts semi daily on the topics that are affecting my development process. And hopefully you guys enjoy them. If you have any feedback, let me know. And have a good weekend. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.